Alright, YouTube. If you're new, subscribe. I got 65 right now. I'm trying to get to 100K. No, I'm just messing, not 100K. Just 100 right now. Maybe 100K one day, though. But if you're new, just subscribe. But okay, this has been on my heart and mind for a few, you know, for a big old few. I've been wanting to make a video about this. I really have. I just want to get off my chest. I don't care if I get 5 views, 150 views. I just want to get off my chest. Hope the people that are watching it get something from it too. Definitely the people that this is about. You know, something like that. Okay. I just don't get casuals. NBA fan casuals, basketball casuals. Mostly NBA. I mean, you can be a casual in college basketball too, so I don't get it. Okay. My point is, they look at points per game, PPG, and that makes them define a player on if they're a great player, a role player, or an average player. And I really don't get that. If you're going to look at stats, or any stat, you have to look at all the stats combined. You have to look at rebounds and assists. They also look at rebounds and assists sometimes. Some of the casuals do that too, and they think they know basketball still. Okay, you got to look at percentages. You got to look at blocks and steals and plus and minuses. You got to look at everything. Another thing casuals don't seem to care about these days or look at is defense. They just act like defense is nothing. Defense matters just as much as offense, dudes. It does. So I hate how people undervalue defensive players, but they overvalue these offensive one-dimensional players like Trae Young or something. But people like Andre Roberson don't get the respect they deserve. You know, Marcus Smart, even though actually offensively he's underrated too. He can actually shoot nowadays, and he's a good playmaker, and he broke James Harden. So I mean, he's a good playmaker, dude. He can be a point guard. Marcus Smart's very underrated, dude. He's not one-dimensional, but they love these one-dimensional players like Trae Young, and they just really. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the point that they undervalue people that play defense like great, you know. That's my point. But what I'm saying is, for example, Chris Paul. For example, okay, Trae Young. He averages 30 points per game. Chris Paul, he averages like 17, 18. That's my boy. And it's had nothing to do with him being my boy, okay? But it's true. That ain't my actual best friend, boy. I wish it was. But, this has got to do with, like, yeah, I mean, he's one of my favorite players, but, okay. He averages like 17, 18. Trae Young averages like 30. Trae Young averages more assists. But we all know Chris Paul's a better passer. The reason Trae Young is averaging a lot more points is because he's shooting a lot more, probably like 20, 25 times a game. 25 probably, 23, 24. And like 10 at least threes a game. He's playing on a bad team, basically. A young team. They're going to be good one day. Maybe next year and next year after that. They're about to be good. Chris Paul, he don't have to go out there and shoot a million shots to be great. And that's the thing about it. Y'all act like to be a superstar, you got to shoot 20 plus times a game. And you got to shoot a lot of shots. You got to be the main one option to be a superstar. I don't get that. That's just some casual bullcrap that I hear from y'all fans all the time, and it comes off bad, and I really don't get it. I really hate seeing fans think they know basketball saying that stuff. They undervalue defense, they undervalue everything, and all that. It's just crazy. Okay, the thing about Chris Paul, he's a great passer too. He's a better passer than Trae Young. He's averaging less. The reason he's averaging less, he's not just distributing the ball to get assists and make plays. He's also giving the ball up to the younger players to let them make plays too. So he's not being a ball hog, because he knows the younger players is what really matters on that team, because he knows what the coach probably told him, and smart, and they've been playing really well. He's averaging a lot more 7 though. He averages 9.5 in his career. He could definitely average 10 assists still. He can average 25 plus points per game if he had to. He just knows that shooting that many shots to do that doesn't automatically always is necessarily what you need to be great. And that's something y'all fans need to realize, bro. That's just not how basketball works. Y'all really act like players that average the most points are the more productive players. That's That's not true. That's just not how it works. I just hate how y'all casuals really sit there and act like that. That don't make any sense at all. Not at all. I don't get it. But yeah, dude, I just hope some of y'all casuals that know that listen to this video are getting something from this and actually maybe changing your mindset about basketball and seeing that it's way different that goes into basketball than points per game. There's what team you're on, there's if you're the main option and all that, there's how many shots you put, your percentages. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. And another thing is people overrating James Harden's, well, he was averaging like 40. I mean, now he's averaging like 35, but people overrate that. Like, he's shooting a lot of shots. More shots than an average superstar. Still. He's shooting more shots than ever, basically. I mean, he's probably shooting about the same shots as Kobe did, but he's shooting more threes, so that means he's getting more points, obviously, because he's a good three-point shooter, basically. I mean, there's nothing wrong with shooting that many shots, but the thing is, people are, like, overrating it, trying to act like he, is being something different. It ain't like he's shooting 65% from the field or something. He's shooting regular percentages, which is okay. But people are trying to act like that's not normal. I mean, when you're shooting that many shots, it should be normal, you know what I mean? So, that's really my video, and tell me your opinions in the comments. Subscribe. I'll see y'all.